The demon army had been ravaged, and the survivors began to flee. Hold! Hold! Loren withdrew the troops to regather for their next assault. Following the creatures blindly would have been a mistake. With the demons' ranks broken, the dwarven city of Hammerhands was now revealed in front of them. The city was likely overrun with demons. Saren found his way to Loren's side again, catching his breath. Mirth and Apollomesho approached her as well. What now? The dwarven city. We must reclaim it, otherwise we will have no legs to stand on if we run right into their territory. Who knows what they have in store for us in those mountains? Everything we don't want them to have, that much I know. Shouldn't we be focusing our efforts on killing Faust? He's the only demon holding their army together. But how would we even find him? Wouldn't he be in the castle atop the highest volcano? That is where they would expect you to look for him. We could just waste men's lives charging that castle. My divination. I wish it were strong enough to work here. Then I could search for him that way. I could help you with that. I will lend you all of my power, but would that be enough? Yes. Yes, I think that a wizard as powerful as you could give me what I need to use my divination. We need to take back Hammerhands no matter what. Yes, I will order the army into formation shortly. We need to march on those demons before they have time to recover. We await your orders. Everyone awaited Loren's march orders. Saren wandered around the troops, wondering whom to spend his time with until it was time to move out. Oh, so here's where you get your choice between your love interests. I didn't bother with Mirth the second time around because for the playthrough I really only was debating between Loren and Shambara. But since this is where I decide, boom. Boom. Decision point. I'm going to go with Loren, everybody, because I'm sorry, I'm a classic. Loren. Saren could not part from his mistress's side. He found Loren speaking with the army generals. She looked up when Saren approached and smiled for him. Saren was allowed to not only stand by her side, but to interject with ideas and commentary. Loren even praised him. It filled Saren with a sense of worth he had never felt before. Aw, that's sweet. The inside of Faust's helmet glowed red as he stared down at Loren's army reforming outside of Hammerhands. If they reclaimed that city, they would soon be in his territory. But he knew that it was not over yet. Soon their army would be in his hands if they would play by his rules. A demon teleported into the room, collapsed on the floor, and tried to breathe. Faust looked behind him and saw that it was Jewel. Master! Faust said nothing and turned back around. I failed you. Grow up. The Green Goblin suddenly appeared in the room. Once he realized where he was, he bowed his head humbly. Yes, my lord, how might I serve you? You are intelligent. If my master so says. You have been the only one I have been able to truly rely on since my return. Jewel, still barely alive on the ground, looked up at Grob with venom. I need you to serve me once more. Yes, my lord. I can serve you, lord, please. Grob looked down only once at Jewel before disappearing of his own will. What about me? I have no more use for you. The succubus was left stranded on the cold floor as Faust left the room, to retreat to his hidden lair. The army marched towards Hammerhands. The city was already in ruins, but the central keep was still standing. The entire city was being occupied by demonic forces. Loren was in the front lines, leading her troops right for the city gates. Or at least that's what was left of them. As they approached, magic bolts were shot at them by demonic creatures. But Avavorn had crafted many bows and had many archers. Astron signaled for their thousands of arrows to fly. Many demons were struck and fell from the walls. They were able to charge the city without much resistance. The true fight would be inside the dwarven walls. The army flooded into what was left of the town square. Each soldier impaled the closest demon. The death cries of hundreds of demons were music to their ears. A familiar sound from above broke through it all. Loren looked up and saw griffins circling overhead. What? Why are they here? Loren pulled her sword from a dead demon and scanned the skies to see where the griffins were going to land. She navigated through the chaos, shouting Saren's name. He heard and followed her. The giant bird beasts landed just outside of the city. Loren and Saren ran up to them just as Breza dismounted. Princess Loren, the citadel is under siege! Loren locked up. That was impossible. By the demons! Yes, Our forces are holding back waves of goblins and their pets, but we won't be able to push them back alone. Princess, we need you to fly with us back to the citadel immediately. Otherwise, we may lose it. That will not happen. The citadel will stand strong, just as our great mothers designed.
But you can't leave, Loren. You're needed here.
I will go. They looked behind to see Karen. She raised her head high. I will defend my home and my people. My queen. Mother? Listen to Saren. You need to stay here. Win this battle and take Everburn. I will liberate the citadel and find you before the battle, Faust. I promise. You cannot do this by yourself. I am still an Amazon. I am still your queen. Loren looked over at Saren, her eyes glistening. She feared for her mother's life. But what they were doing was more important than even just the citadel. The entire fate of the world depended on the battle here. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is a decision! A decision! I don't like decisions! Fuck! 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 I guess this... Fuck. I may just want to reload it here, but I'll go to the Citadel. Go with her. What? If I cannot go with my mother, then I would trust her with you. Do not disrespect my battle honor. I am capable on my own. Saren is needed here as much as you. Taking him from this fight is not wise. Do not worry, Loren. I will protect her. Loren nodded to Saren in complete trust, and Karen sighed. If you must come, then let us hurry. The Citadel cannot wait. Oh, hello, Brezza. You've got a fuck ton of points, apparently. One, two, three. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 37 becomes 47. They could see the mass of green goblins from the sky above. The citadel was being overrun by the creatures and their friends. Even though the Amazons were strong warriors, the goblins' numbers were too great. This is worse than I had feared. Dead Amazons were found at the entrance, and not enough goblin corpses to match. The queen has come! Brezza sounded a battle horn, alerting all of the citadel to Karen's arrival. The horn also caught the goblins' attention. It also alerted their master, Grob. Only the queen? Where is that blasted princess? The shaman furiously ordered his top goblins to attack the queen and her escorts. At the front of the citadel, Karen began her rescue mission by slaying all of the enemies in sight. This was her home. It was her duty to protect it. You threatened the Amazons! You perish! This was a terrible decision on my part. I have not used Karen at all. Bam! 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 The main square had been eradicated of goblins, and blood dripped from the end of Karen's spear. The fire in her eyes was something that Saren hadn't seen in a very long time. The old queen had returned. "They've overrun the palace! Quick, Karen, to the throne room!" Karen slammed open the palace doors, filling the throne room with light in her mighty shadow. Inside, the screams of Amazons were heard as they were driven to their last ounce of strength. Brezza watched as she lost some of her best women, causing her to cry out. How could this be? How could mere goblins penetrate the citadel's defenses and kill the strongest warriors? Karen slammed her spear on the ground. The loud thump echoed through the throne room. Startled, everyone in the room jumped. The goblins are cowards! They hide behind illusion! They cannot win in a fair fight! Grob turned around, sneering. Karen recognized him and chills went through her body. She had seen this goblin before. All is fair in war. You started this war! Grob smiled, as if he was proud of that fact. The doors behind them suddenly shut, and they realized they were being surrounded by goblins. Their mounts growled at Karen. But we will be the ones to end it, like I will end you, now! Karen lifted her spear and ran at Grob at full speed. She knocked over 2 goblins, jumping over another, and wheeled around at his last bodyguard. She yelled as she prepared to land a mortal strike on the goblin boss, but quick-thinking Grob managed to perform a bit of illusion magic. His form morphed into that of a human man. It did not move to attack or perform more magic. The man just stood there and stared at her. Karen's attack halted just at the last second before impaling him, a tiny gasp escaping her. Razom. It was just a projection of him, but Karen's heart kept her from killing even that. Through Rhizom's mouth, Grob spoke. I had meant to drag your princess here instead of you, but killing you will not be without reward. You failed to be useful to me twice, so I'm eager for some vengeance. Even hearing the evil words did not move Karen's hand. Kill him, Karen! Kill him! He's right there! The visage of Rhizom grinned deviously, and the romantic idea of him was starting to wear away. And then she looked past Rhizom and saw the ugly creature within his image. Rhizom was dead in this life. It was time to make complete peace. Karen lanced straight through the illusion, and Grob gurgled quietly. A long silence followed as they just stared at each other. Slowly, Rhizom's image faded away, and only the shaman was left, spear impaled in his chest. Karen pulled back her weapon quickly to attack again. The goblins around them screeched at their master being attacked and swarmed her. Saren and Brezza rushed forward to save her. Oh my god. Whew. Bam! Well, this is not going to go well because Karen does not have the equipment to do this. I'm sorry, everybody. Hey, this is RPGatWill. I hope you liked this episode of Loren the Amazon Princess. If you want to check out some of my other material, you can click on my channel link below, or you can even subscribe if you'd like. I like to do some silly songs on the side along with my RPG work. If you want to see some more group-oriented stuff, there's another channel called Gaming Idiots TV that I take part in. That's where we do all our group stuff, so I'll provide a link below if you want to check it out there. See you next time.